Alright, hello, greetings and welcome in everyone. Hello. My name is Harrier Citadel, avian alien sentinel of Fort Mystehaven, perpetrator of creative chaos, general maker of things, and hereby surprised you're in European daytime hours. Good afternoon, Europe. Hello. Welcome in everyone. Hello. Chudu, good to see you. Hello, Brett. Good morning. It's the burb. Indeed, the burb is here. How are we all doing this day? How we doing? Hehe. Just need to check. Yes. I've got the right stuffs open. I have procrastinated. Oh dear. Good procrastination, I hope. So far, morning is rough. Haven't woke up in the 2 hours I've been up. Oh, I know that feeling. I know that feeling well. Oh dear. Oh man. I wish you all the best in waking up. Oh my dear. And now Harry will help me on my second one of procrastinating. Oh no, am I going to be a distraction? Oh dear. Well, let's see about that. We'll see about that. Small disclaimer, guys. Internet has been a little bit choppy lately. Wi-Fi doubly so I have no idea how the connection is going to be between my tracking and my PC because it's on the Wi-Fi at the moment. And I am still investigating the acquisition of the appropriate cable to be able to get VTube Studio to talk to, or rather VBridger to talk to the iPhone without the Wi-Fi. So I will yet figure that out, but not this day. I ran out of time. Teo, hello, welcome in. Good to see you. And yet, have more writing ideas so it evens out. All the writing ideas. Fun times. Let's dive into this chaos so that it can go while we're chatting. Which of course it's broken because Windows decided to do a thing. One moment, please. Deactivate. Okay. Hide. Activate, show. Now it will work, hopefully. Are we talking about ideas? Oh boy, do I have things to show you. Excitement. Come on, why are you not working? Activate. Why are you not working? Thingamawidget, why are you not working? How dare? Let me see what is broken. Or it's not broken, just being full of nonsense. Come on. Why is everything being temperamental today? There we go. All the ideas. Yes, we love ideas. Hehe. Okay, now I just need to make sure that is working again. Yay. Okay, cool. Now let's see. Will it let me park over here? Not manually. So I need to do it this way. Okay, there we go. Yay. Righty. Now I can think straight. Possibly. Maybe. I don't know. Or am I going to park on this side? I'm going to park on this side, I think. Yeah, I'll park on this side. There we go. Alright. Ideas! Yes! I know we have not had a really opportunity to talk lately. I have been drowning in a whole bunch of social obligations. me just reassess how I am sitting and arrange the stuff. There we go. Back support in place. Lovely. Okay. And yes, oh cool. So yeah, it's been really busy. It's been very, very busy. We are now in final straight leading up to some very big changes in the world. At the moment. So presently I am kind of sneaking in time as I can find it, hence why we're streaming now, not at the usual time as well. It'll only also be relatively short. It's going to be at most 3 hours-ish, I think, this day, while we are working on sponsored hours, gracefully or graciously sponsored by Tawny. So thank you again to Tawny for sponsoring these Mystehaven illustration hours. And yes, basically it's just been crazy, and I've not had the brain cells to rub next to one another lately. I apologize. But ideas are always fun. I'm always glad to hear that people have ideas. Ideas are fun. And like so, that should be everything in... That is indeed the side group fixed. Okay, so what is on the game plan today is continuing work on finishing or fixing up Kerith's reference sheet. So previously, I had everything more or less aligned in the same place. So first thing I want to do is actually split this so that I've not got overlaps. And I just want to find where the symmetry ruler is. Because if I've got symmetry rulers coming out of my ears, which it looks like I do, then that explains so much of the chaos. Because I did not plan properly, I see. Not by long and a ways. Okay. I feel that, having no bandwidth for streams and other stuff. Hope the IRL stuff goes well for you. Thank you! Yeah, it is a lot, but it is good a lot, so we survive. We make do, we make things happen, right? So if I'm not mistaken, that should now hide that. No, I have still got symmetry rulers hiding somewhere. Where are you? You go away. You go away. You go away. So now I shouldn't have any. So if I show that one, yes. You need to exist. And you need to exist. But you need to exist in isolation. Good a lot is good. Yes, I agree with that. Now I can separate these. So that I don't have weird overlaps that confuse me. So the one thing I will say when I was working on Kerith's design previously was that I definitely drew her hair with 3D modeling in mind, because there was not a chance on this blue earth that I was going to draw that hair in that sort of level of detail ever again. Not a chance. Not with those shapes. I have separated all of those shapes into different layers for when I do export this to work in 3D, so it's not going to be as chaotic as it looks. Thankfully, with the bits of practice that I've been getting in on the sculpting and on the Wilhelm fan model that I'm busy building in Blender to just figure things out, I'm starting to get decent at it, and I know exactly how I'm going to handle these curves now, so it's not scaring me. So that's a nice place to be, is not being scared of my own character model that I've got to do, which is nice. I'm still making a couple of final decisions about how exactly I want to stylize things in terms of shaders and what have you for Project Mystehaven. I've cycled through about 3 or 4 totally different ideas of how I want to do the stylizing for things. And I keep circling back and not being able to make up my mind yet. So when it comes to how I want to do the colors on everyone, that is something that I need to decide relatively soon, because having the flat colors like what we see on the reference sheet is all well and good. But I need to decide properly how I want to actually handle it. My technique is always being scared. Oh no! The fan model exists for one reason: ramping up skills to tackle the daunting prospect of whatever the heck is going on with Kara's hair. Yes! We do it with fear, but we do it. No! Why do we fear the unknown? It's just stuff we haven't learned yet, guys. It's not scary. It's just new. It's just new. It's not scary. And then the fear gets too much, so we have to go lie down a bit. No! No! Emote broke. Oh dear. It's essential, so I don't seem like I'm dooming. Okay. Oh, no, we're all good. We're all good. Okay, so I think, considering we're talking about the hair, I think I'm gonna go there first. Obviously I've still got to map across clothing layers to the opposite side. What I do just want to do on the side here, I think this one is the base layer. No? This one up? Yes. Base. Apply a mask layer to this so that I can just grab that and hide. Alright. Yes, she is ridiculously tall, but she still wears heels because why not? Right? It's a posture thing more than anything else. So, in terms of side view, we were going to be looking at the hair first, I think. So, let us see what I've actually got set up here, because I now need to remember what I did. Hide you, hide you, hide you for a second. Okay, maybe not fully hide. There we go. So we love tall women, but what if they were taller type of shoe? Yeah. Yeah, it's mainly a posture thing. Honestly, it's mainly a posture thing. Because she is a dancer, We want to make sure that as she steps, it doesn't, you know, cause chaos. Because a flat shoe is not comfy when dancing. So now it's tall women plus tall shoes plus tall posture? Yes. And I want to give her axes as her main weapon as well. Oh, thank you, coffee. Which reminds me, hydrate timer needs to get switched on. So, there we go. Hydrate timer on. It's woman all the way up to heaven. Ah, indeed. Or the drastically too short ceiling. Door frames are an issue. Door frames are a known issue, yes. She does have a little bit of a she has developed a bit of a habit of putting up her hand to just make sure that she knows exactly how high the door frame is when she needs to duck. Because she does need to duck through door frames. Okay, now I need to look here. I want to look at the back view. Okay, this is the hair section. Take that away. Take that away. Take that away. I just want to understand my layering here a bit better. This is why I did this in layers. That's not what I wanted to do. Now, what's going on here? I do not need all of these. What's going on here? Okay. Right, now let's see. If I can understand what I'm doing. I'm in the side of the hair inks. This is the layer that I'm looking for, yes. Okay, so these are in fact which sets of curves? I might need to take this a little piece at a time because this is a lot. Okay. Let's grab those two and group. And let's call that like so. Duplicate. And let's go empty it so that I can get a sense of what's happening here. So this point, I think it looks from this corner that that's this, but I'm not entirely sure that I'm happy with having this curl go forward because it's going to clip through a shoulder, and that is not what we're looking for. So, speaking of my own plans, I've got notes written in excited all caps. It seems like tonight is a writing night, whether I want it to be or not. Yay! Writing nights are fun. Woohoo! Enjoy writing night. Enjoy writing night, honestly. When the vibes hit for writing night, trying to deny them usually doesn't end well. So I wish you much fun capturing the ideas. And flip. And I need to take that sketch and make it way less opaque because I can't see squat. There we go. Now I can think. Okay. So far, seems like I will. I just hope I can clean up some dialogue and trickier bits, but that's why I work in boredom exists. Think of fun stuff. Yes! Oh, fun. Dialogue is definitely fun to work on. Sometimes it can be tricky, but it's definitely fun to work on. Now, here, I'm not being as pedantic about exact elevations as I was with facial features and what have you. And that is largely on account of this pretty much just capturing vibes. Oh, Chaos Cat is now on the lap. Okay, Chaos Cat is now on the lap. He's decided that this is his home now. Cool. Nice. Thank you, Chaos Cat, for joining me. I have the fluffy blanket, that explains it. Cat, yes. Thanks, and agreed. It's a ton of fun, but just like real life, it's hard to break a silence. Yes, sometimes. Yeah. I get you. Good tastes, Chaos Cat. Yay. Yes, he's being needy. With a K. And the blanket is just thin enough that I can feel claws digging into thighs. Yeah. How to be productive when claws. Thank you for the knives, Chaos Mal. Many thank yous for the knives. Okay, and the next one is going to layer on top of that. That way. You just gotta work through the steps, yes! Indeed. Lots of stabs. But I think he might be... No, he hasn't settled down yet. No, not yet. Okay, now we settle down. Now I won't be able to move my legs for the next 3 hours. For sure! Okay. Is all good. So, that is first section accounted for. Great, okay. Part number next. Okay, before I do that, I am definitely going to pull this in. Hold up. And that's not gonna fly. Why? Because I've not got area scaling on. There we go. To make sure it was all in place. Something like that. Okay, section 1 in place. Great. Now, section 2 is gonna go like how? Okay, this is this piece here. Okay, so this one. Something like this. Okay, I had this the wrong way around. Something roughly like that. Roughly. There we go. Roughly, yes. Okay. And that corner was a nightmare. Okay, let's try that again. Okay. And now we hide that so that we can do the fills. There we go. All right. Progress. Next section is the middle piece. That's got big swirly bits. Okay. Now that will translate to this section here. Something like that. Now I've got a contour that goes here. That's a ridge. So here is going to be a ridge. That will also be mirrored on this side. Sort of like that, I guess. Hide that. Okay, now go to our colors layer, to the fills. Like so. There we go. All right. Getting there. Getting there. So the clearance that we're putting here behind the back is really just so that when we do it in 3D, it's less likely to clip through the body as it's moving around. And that's something that I picked up when looking at the models from some of the 3D gacha games. The 3D anime gacha games, they do that quite significantly. It works! Tawny, hello, hello, welcome in. Thank you for sponsoring Mystehaven Hours. How do you do? The gachas are educational? They are indeed. If for nothing else, then definitely for the art styles, right? Just looking today for a bit, but excited to see her. Yay! I'm doing well. Awesome, 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 awesome. Yes, we are currently just getting the side view of her hair mapped out so that when I eventually make her in 3D, we've got that sorted as well. But I'm glad to hear you're doing well. Hehe. It's going good. It's going good. So this is gonna be between these two. Clear that. And that's also questionable. It's questionable. Okay, let's see how this is gonna fly. This is one of those fringe cases where it's would probably make more sense to draw while modeling, but it's fine. I should hide that one because it's now in the way. because this is definitely going to need some adjustments to get the different pieces to fit. Can't have clipping if the pieces never touch, so the clearance makes sense. Yeah, exactly. Method to the madness. And given the angles that the models are usually seen at, it's not enough to really be a bother. Because honestly, how frequently do you actually look at the models from the side in a completely static position, where the hair position would even be obvious, because the character will usually be posed in a stance that is character specific for their idle stance or moving, and in those situations there is generally a lot more movement in terms of posture and such, so you're almost never going to see them directly side on like this in such a straight posture. Okay, and now we start going into ponytail side of things. But. First, we need to come over here and include that edge line. Hide these. Now, for the life of me, I cannot remember what I was going to do with this particular hair accessory that she's using to hold everything together. Can't remember what I was doing there. If you see a character in an A pose from the side, not moving, something somewhere somehow has gone terribly wrong. Exactly. Now, if you've been looking closely between here and the thumbnail, you might notice that this color that I'm using for her hair is a little bit lighter than what we originally had, which is what we still see in the thumbnail. But the reason for that is twofold. One, so that I can actually see what the shapes are. And two, because I was actually doing some checks for print compatibility. So this would be the preview mode of what the colors look like in CMYK, which is the color profile that you need to actually print stuff. And here, it looks acceptably dark. Where it was, which is this color over here, it was so black that you would not be able to distinguish it from the line work in the CMYK color space. So I made the call to give that a change. Okay, I don't actually know what I was thinking here. Hold up. To just lighten her hair ever so slightly so that we could still see the blue in print colors. And that was our hydrate timer. So everyone, time to acquire your nearest safe consumption beverages. And let's take a sip. And that was the sound of Chaos Cat sneezing. Cute. Ah, lovely. Coffee! What's everyone else drinking? That time is really important for points at the weather. Yes. Yeah. The European heat wave is no joke. So, yes, please, if you happen to be there, stay hydrated. Specifically, I would prefer to not hear of mistlings falling over from excessive thermal exposure. Please and thank you. I like it when you guys are healthy. The last of my tea and water. Oh no! I've got water and a 90% humidity and 90 degrees Fahrenheit temperatures. Drink water. Yes. Hydrating is generally a good idea. Please do so. %90 humidity. Ugh, that is a little very wet out there. Okay, this is gonna need the liquefy tool, because that is not quite where we want it. I pulled out of the garage this morning and every window of my car fogged up. Oh no. Chaos Cat keeps repositioning himself on my lap, and it feels like he's gonna fall off any second. Okay, that works, that works. And then there was just one more flyaway on the top. Okay. Now this is wrong because that's still on old shapes up here, I see. I will fix that. Something like so. Great. Okay, that is the side hair. Finally drawn. Yay. Now I just need to fix the bangs on this side. Because that is not how it's actually shaped anymore. That was still the old idea. For the most part. So, yeah. Clear that. And clear this. Hair! Yes! And this needs to start from up here. There we go. All right. Almost got it. I can't make the joke of saying hair hair sounds like hair hair with a cheering sound because I'm in text, but I imagine I do that. Hair hair. Indeed. Harrier, Harrier. The hair, it is at this stage, quite near completion. Mwaha. I made a mistake. Again. Oh dear. Nothing that is unrepairable with Control Z. There we go. There we go. Josh, hello, hello, welcome in, just looking while working. That's perfectly fine. We love shared productivity here. Enjoy your looks. Thank you very, very much. Okay. And with that, we've actually got all of the pieces in place. Okay. There we go. Save. Save button is important, and you know what I also forgot to do? Reset the timer. Should probably do that. There we go. Okay, so another thing that I want to adjust is the color of this belt piece here, because yeah, we are in CMYK view at the moment, and that is an indistinguishable color. So whatever hue this is, we need to go into, I'm just gonna hide here so that I can see. This is gonna be civies, which means this is probably gonna be Mistguard uniform. Okay, which I'm not even touching yet. Okay. Show the base again. Now here, what I need to do is I need to just dial this up ever so slightly, like so. And which one is it? This? No. You, okay. Full with that. Okay, not full. And it's also still not right. I think it can be a bit richer. Yeah. Yeah, okay, that's going to be that color. So this is going to be... Why am I on Brock? I should be on Kareth. Replace. There we go. Because we don't want our black colors to be like properly black. Because just desaturated gray is kind of boring. There we go. Save. Okay. So, civvies wise, front and side view, happiness is there. Cool. So now we've got to do back view, clothing application, which is going to require the hiding of hair. Okay, then this is going to be civvies. This is going to be mist guard. And what's this? Is there anything else in here? Those can all be gone. Extra layers that do not serve a purpose. This one also extra one that doesn't serve a purpose. That layer can be gone. Okay. Okay, now where's my symmetry ruler? Here, cool. Now what I want to do is I want to see we've got this coming through to that layer, that coming through to there, that to there, okay, more or less that should do the trick for guides. And now I just need to adjust this opacity because it's a little bit crazy. There we go. Okay. Now it would help if I was actually on the correct layer, thank you. There we go. Something like that. Then the split on the shorts is there. something like that will do the trick. Now the back view is actually pretty simple in this particular case. The majority of the visual interest comes in with the hair, so... Here, keeping the actual outfit simple is not a bad thing. Alright, then... over here... Silhouette-wise, I'm more going to follow the front view. This is more just to give an idea of what is actually happening at the back. Okay, that'll do. Notice that because I know it's a reference that I'm going to use primarily more than anyone else, I'm I'm being much less pedantic about exactly how I'm handling my line work. Whoops. Than if I were doing this as a commission, where I'd expect other people to handle this reference more. Still reasonable, but definitely not to the same detail level. After all, who's gonna see it aside from you and us and anyone who watches the VOD and anyone who I have to give the refs to? Yeah, yeah. That's the thing, isn't it? Isn't it? Like, I personally don't see myself being able to afford getting commissions of anyone in a hurry. Very frankly. So I don't think I'll be necessarily getting other people to draw Mystehaven characters anytime soon. But I'm pretty sure that reasonable levels of detail, given that I'm the one going to do the 3D modeling, not anyone else, is possible, I guess. This is going to be in the special editions of bonus art book too. Oh my, oh my, oh boy. She's actually thinking about it. I forgot this is Harrier. Look, the bonus art book is always a thing. Always. However, and you jest, but it is a thing. I don't actually mind it being slightly rougher in the art book, because then it's not giving a false idea of what kind of expectations one can have of what concept work actually looks like out in the field. Also, forget, we're just teasing you, it's fine, don't think about it. Underthink. Too late. Too late. You must understand, folks, when it comes to trying to come up with something that is an IP that is fun and entertaining and possibly has you know, traction eventually, hopefully, if we do the job right, you know. then having the bonus material in the back pocket is not a bad thing. But at the same time, it needs to just be reasonable, right? Although legit, the looser style is fine. One of the coolest parts of games that include the concept art is the roughness. Yes, I love pulling up the art for Ender Magnolias because of that. I can believe that. I can totally believe that. Like, seeing how different the original concept work is from the final product can actually be very, very interesting, honestly. And it kind of shows where in different stages of the process, the different artists in the pipeline have come up with, okay, so these are the solutions we're going to incorporate to be able to get past this, that, or the next problem, you know? Okay, so the last thing on this side is gonna be the shoes. Well, what do you look at that? Spent all of that time making sure that things line up, and you can see exactly none of it. Because of where the hair falls. Isn't that just hilarious? There will definitely be a second layer to this reference sheet. This will be multiple pages. This reference sheet is definitely going to be multiple pages. Wow. Great reference. Yes, you just see floof. No clothing detail, it's just floof everywhere. And there's bonus stuff like this was an early concept, or here's related enemy character concept. Ooh. Yeah, that is fun. That is nice. I want to say she's overthinking, but no, she's right. Proper amount of think. You see, if I was just doing character work for like a casual RP type thing, maybe, then perchance I would not be quite so pedantic. However, that is not the case. Okay, then there's gonna be the loop with its seam, which is going to lead to the ankle straps or the foot crossover straps, like so, and then ankle strap. Like so. Unlockable in-game art gallery. Keris art concept. Keris concept art page 1. Keris concept art page 2. Oh dear. You see, there's a difference between reference art and concept art, guys. Let's just be real here. I am combining steps because I am an impatient burb. I'm an impatient fool. So concept art is generally separate from reference sheeting. Largely because the one is just getting the vibes and the other is actually tying down the character. I think I have exactly... One moment, please. That was my thumbnails folder. I think I've got exactly one. Yeah. I had one initial concept sketch. That was it. This was the only drawing of Kareth I did before I dived into the reference sheet. It's like, boom, okay. That'll work. I like her. She's pretty. Let's go with that. Oh yeah, I know, and I need to get concept art for a few characters once I get refs. But game menus usually combine the two for simplicity. Vibes are quote. Yeah, you see, concepts come before references. She's gonna be really tall. Yes. No, but concepts come before references. Concepts are what you gather ideas from, throwing ideas at the wall. And then from those concepts, you draw the bits that will work best and put them together for your reference. So that's when you give the same sort of brief that says, okay, we have a, what's it, 9-foot tall ice giantess. She's pretty and she's a dancer. Design us characters. All right, everyone on team design, go. And then everyone comes up with their different idea sketches for this character, and then they pull it all together, and then you pick and choose as the art director to kind of come up with, okay, which parts are going to actually work. And then boom, you've got a character. I am the entire design department, so yes, I kind of just went with, okay. It's roll with first idea. Not always necessarily the best idea, but that's why there was iterations to how the hair ended up going. There were bits that I liked, but there were bits that needed some refinement. When you're in a team setting, it's a very different animal than when you're doing things alone. True. Probably a bit different for me since I have a problem with impulse buying adopts. So for my stuff, refs tend to show up while I'm writing the brief. Ah. I see. Yeah, but it all depends on what the team setup looks like for the creative project in question, honestly. Like, arguably, all of the previous versions of my VTuber would count as Harrier concept art rather than final iteration. So I don't know how many of you guys remember PNG Rhea with the short hair. That was like one concept. And only now are we starting to actually get the tie down on that. that? Yeah. I avoid drawing myself at all costs, so I kind of sometimes lean back on it, so half of the emotes in the server are still a short area. Oh dear. But okay. Civvies, done. Sorted. Hooray! Save button. Civvies sorted. Okay. That Fred, that laugh is slightly menacing. It's like the timing on that, what? I don't remember what I said. Was it really that funny? I doubt it. Yes, I definitely... Now if it was a... Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. The various cackling laughs that one can come up with to sound particularly devious is quite funny. Good, it was about the short hairs modes. Ah, yes. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I need to redraw emotes. So many emotes. Especially considering that everyone that's in the Mistguard uniform is also still technically in what is now the Skirmisher uniform. Because the original Mistguard uniform ended up becoming the Skirmisher uniform, not the Sentinel uniform. It was just too heavy. And that I wanted an excuse to have all of the Sentinels without sleeves, because none of the 3 Sentinels in the team have anatomy that is viable for an article of clothing that actually covers the back in various ways. But I'll apply it to both Civvy Sorted and my own ideas. Oh, I see. Also, that was a hydrate. So everyone, time to acquire your nearest safe for consumption beverages, and let's take a sip. Water refill, indeed. Indeed. The coffee is now cold, so I am getting rid of it. But okay. So, this, theoretically, is ready to export for me for internal use. As a step 1. For anything 3D. I'm pretty sure when it comes to other references, I can draw those over the top for other people as well. I should probably do the Paladin armor as well. Because, okay, let me actually open up. BizDev. Yeah. This is concept art. Like, this is thoroughly concept art. Figuring out what the Paladin armor actually looks like in its various iterations. This is thoroughly concept art. I'm actually really satisfied with how those plates on the back of the paladin work together. That actually, I keep coming back to that and I'm thinking, okay, I'm really satisfied with that. I really wonder how I'm actually going to handle to make that in 3D. I'm slightly terrified, but I hope that it will go well. I hope that it will go well. If it translates well, then I'll be a happy camper. Because it's all well and good that it works in 2D, but if it doesn't work in 3D, then I'm in trouble. Let's go! Doing things terrified! Ah! Yes. Yes. The terrified. Yes. I know I said don't be scared of stuff earlier, but hey. There's a difference between real fear and just general existential dread, I guess. Is there? I don't know. Anyway. Okay, so. What's the time? Check. The existing children caught up to it for a second. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Only a little while. It all kind of just blends together in a big ball of fear. Yes, but living in fear isn't fun, guys. That's why we must put it away swiftly when it happens. Because living in fear sucks. Okay, now I need to identify that I have in fact got everything in the right place. Check. Not check. What's going on here? There we go. Just need to see that landmark. Copy. Okay. So now I can do the Mist God uniform. Have I got my symmetry rulers off? Yes. Okay. Let's start with... showing and emptying that. Living in fear sucks. Real though, it really does suck. Yes, it really does suck. Living in fear is not advisable. Zero out of 10, not cool. Just no, please. If living in fear for more than 3 years, consult your doctor. That's anxiety, and they have meds for that. Yes, that's possibly a good idea. That does sound good. Alternatively, additionally, have a good deep think about what exactly is making you scared, and see what you can viably do about it. Because sometimes your fears are in fact founded, and they are in fact sometimes things that you can do about them. I advise screaming out into a lake. Sometimes helpful. If a lake does not exist near your area, any body of water will do. Yes, that is true. That is true. Sometimes a deep existential yell is just helpful. Be mindful, though, that you may get asked questions upon your return if there were witnesses to the yell. Sometimes the lake screams back. Oh dear. This is true, my lawyer has told me not to speak of... Oh no. Oh no. Hi! You guys are gonna get yourselves in trouble. We aim to displease. No! Can I put on record that I somewhat worry for you guys? Just on record that I am slightly worried. Slightly asterisk very. That was the most cat-like no I've heard. Ah. You may go on record, but I will go on record with join the club. I will not be less concerning anytime soon. Oh dear. You do you, Braid. You do you. Please consult professionals in your area of residence. Should you doing you lead to complications that may cause harm to yourself or other people. Please. There's already a team for that? I have made some paperwork. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, where are we? We've still got to do this line here. Okay. So far, so good on the armor. This is gonna be... I'm gonna still need to determine what kind of closures I want on those. Oh dear. Okay, I'll save that for another time. But okay, I have just hit the part in the process that I have been meaning to do for an age, and now finally need to finalize. And that is actually making that pattern an asset. Okay. Let's start with this. Reduce this way. Change canvas size. Don't center canvas. Yes. Okay. Yes, finally doing the thing that I have been putting away and putting aside for too long. So here we're gonna do that's too big. This needs to be 1, 2. This needs to be taller. Slightly broader. Okay, that's not quite there. It's fine, it's a starting point. Okay. That needs to be tighter. That is entirely in the wrong place. Okay, then we have cutout over here. Something like this. Almost got it. Almost got it. Okay. Okay, that is it for our rough shape on this pattern. Now what we do, file, export, PNG. This goes into Mist God Paladin Skirmisher Apron Rough. Okay. Then I need to go and open this. I need to open a different software. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to hit reset the timer again. And we are already at basically the next hydrate. So everyone, let's just hydrate again quickly. Ah! Wow, that's bright. That never does not hurt. Okay. That never does not hurt to look at. Okay, VizDev. Rough pattern. We're gonna dry up. Oh dear, the sun is on screen yet. It's should be hectic. Okay. Timer on. Okay. Yes. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go. Wait, don't do the dome. Don't do the dumb, please and thank you. Let's grab the image. Okay, 1 second, I just need to open my door for my dog. Okay, dog is out the room. Now, let's see. Are you going to catch up with me and let me do the thing? Yes or no? Yay, okay. Okay, I'm just going to ignore the stylus entirely here, I see, apparently. Okay, restored. Okay. Now, reduce that opacity. Grab our pen. And... I'm basically just doing very rough placements for the moment. Okay. Did I just do the dumb? Possibly. Let me see. Okay, that's something. Add another one. There. Grab you. Nope. Grab you. Make you like so. Okay, I'm gonna need to adjust for all of that clipping, that it's fine. Not clipping. The word I'm looking for is snapping. Snapping is the word I was looking for. Okay. because it decided to be a little bit ridiculous. Okay, 1, 2. And I want a fill, which means that that's going to close these two, right? Or 2. Okay, that means that goes there. That goes there. Handle to cusp node. Add another one of you. So what I'm doing now is basically just making it ready for all eventualities. And all sizes by making it a vector, instead of trying to keep it in a format that is only usable in Clip Studio. Because if I do this right, I might actually be able to use this as is in Blender as well. If it becomes necessary. I'm not sure if it'll be necessary yet. Also, I'm just putting on record that I'm doing this left-handed with my mouse, because my tablet is doing the very, very, very funky presently in terms of how it is responding to the graphics tablet in Inkscape, which is something that I discovered like a couple of minutes ago, and therefore not something that is a known issue to be able to troubleshoot. So I'm just making do and dealing with it. Okay. Now this needs to be that kind of corner, so that that can go like so. Okay, that'll work. Now on this side, that also needs to be that kind of a corner. So that can come up like so. Okay, I need another one here. Something like that. Okay. Now here. Let's see. Like so. I've almost got this line. Come on, that's not what I'm looking for, come on. There we go. Okay. Grab this handle, pull it back. Okay, almost there. Okay, that is the first path ready. Now I need to do the cutout and the little drop display thing. Okay. She's so focused. Yeah, just a little bit. I'm doing this left-handed at the moment, and my dog is being loud. Oh, she's the one with the weapons grade voice box. I am very grateful that she's not presently in my room, because otherwise all of our ears would be ringing. Good dog. Oh dear. Yes, she is a very good dog. She's just loud. Okay. So now we grab both of those. And we go path. Difference. There we go. And now we go here. Like that. And close. Okay, nearly there. Okay. Wait, don't do the dumb. Thank you. Path, union. Now it's all on the same path. The image can now go away because I don't need it anymore. Okay. Grand. Now I can go export page. Keys, Mystehaven, VisDev, apron, and done. File, save as. Yeah. And save. Cool, we've got the SVG in place. Now I can close that. I can close that. Do not save. Now I grab this PNG, pull it in here, and I go to my layer properties over here and make this a gray. There we go. Now we go edit and register material as image. Drop this into Mystehaven. Okay. I don't know how to explain, but she did that quite quickly in Inkscape. I have been using Inkscape for literally all of my vector work for the last 7 or 8 years. literally all of my vector work in the last 7 or 8 years I've been doing in Inkscape. So, Mystehaven logo, Inkscape. Harrier logo, Inkscape. Every other family business logo, Inkscape. Oh yeah, Ebony's tattoos I also did in Inkscape as well. Yeah, there was that too that I see now that I see them in the set. She's stuck with software for 7 to 8 years and it's Inkscape. It's free. Guys, it's free. Deal with it. And it does the job. Free is a good price. Yes, free is a good price. I like free and open source software. I know that I could never. I don't know why. My hand can't figure its way around it. Yeah, the controls in Inkscape are definitely fiddly and finicky, and I do not blame you for having trouble with it. I struggle with it still, because the whole shift mouse wheel to zoom thing, or is it control mouse wheel? I can't remember. I think it's control mouse wheel to zoom. It's no, it does not make sense to a person who navigates in other software, at all. But it is what it is. I couldn't remember specifics, but you said shift where mouse wheel and I had a mini flashback. Oh. Yeah. And the fiddliness that is, what's it? Trying to get things to mirror. Oh boy, that's fiddly. Because you have to do duplicates and then merge in center and it's a little bit chaotic. Just a little. we go. Alright. That's that part sorted. Am I right way around? No, I'm not. Okay. Reduce sketch. Knees. Now, I need to think very carefully about if I'm really satisfied with this arbitrary attachment for the planes. Or if no, I'm going to keep them this way because the extra fabric is actually padding, which is armor of its own right. There was method to my madness when I put it in here. I just couldn't remember it. Okay. Okay. Now the toe box. And that's the hydrate timer, and that's loud. Okay, ouch. So everyone, that's time for a hydrate, so let's acquire our nearest safe for consumption beverages and take a sip. I'm out. Oh no. Okay. There we go. Now, symmetry ruler off. Join that up. Like so. Okay. Hide the base. Hide the sketch. And now we go in with colors. So, it would help if I had my symmetry ruler on for this. Okay. Group for fills. This is going to be lightest. Outside. Where else? Where else? Where else? No, that's it for this color. Then next is gonna be medium. And then the darkest one. Okay, and then the silver. Okay, now if I show the base again, we've got it like that. Okay, show the mist god emblem like so, and this layer color, we're gonna grab that like so. Clip. Scale it up a little bit because I'm going to manipulate this a little bit more. I see. Okay. Bigger than it needs to be. Always manipulate it to bigger than it needs to be. Rasterize. Here. So here what I'm seeing is that my proportions on this are way off. Oh dear. Oh dear. You know what? Half of my issue is here, that I've got symmetry on while I'm trying to do those warps. Okay. I come back to an ODI. Yeah, welcome back to another episode of Harrier has made a colossal mess and is now just dealing with it. All is well with the world, except for everything that isn't. Indeed. Indeed. Okay. That is definitely going to need alterations. You know what, half of my problem is probably that I'm trying to squeeze that cutout above. That's probably half of my issue. Let me try this again. Back, 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 back. Okay, let's try this again. Not this way. Mesh. It's closer to the mark, it's still not quite there. And what that's telling me is that that arc needs to be narrower and taller. So let me open this again. Pain. It's fine. Yeah. Grab those two and drag you upwards like that. Yes. Okay. That's something. Now what I want to do is I want to grab all of this. Pull it downward. Reposition this like this. Pull you down even further like that. Similarly, like that. Let's see. Then I want to grab these ones, pull them down and across, make that one narrower. Okay. Lock. 0. 0. 0. Scale down. Okay. Try this again. Replace. Save. Remove that. Delete that resource. Yes. Let me just do it this way before I try and do it in that is not what I was trying to do. Why? Because it never copies the first time. Copy. Paste. There we go. Clip. Pull. Pardon? Okay. Bless you, thank you. This is looking closer to the mark already. Yeah. Much, much, much closer to the mark. Now I can just see the last couple of adjustments that we need to make. So this slot needs to come a little bit further. This way. And this entire lot I'm going to pull across so that I've got more mass on the side to trim off as needed. But I'm therefore going to need to change how I handle this one. Just a little. Here we go. Let's try that. Replace. No. Close. Delete. Okay, it is the right shape, yes. Okay. Copy. Paste. Never goes the first time. Copy. Paste. Clip. Scale. Okay, we have got it. We've got it. Just about. So now I just need to trim that downward a little bit and then it's going to be good. Okay, now I see where the next issue is. Save. Replace. Okay, let's see if this is gonna open up the entire thing. It doesn't 100% look like it. Wait. Would help if I was in the right software. Okay, let's try this. Okay, it is the right thing. Copy. Copy. Paste. Okay, there we go. I finally got it functional. Woohoo! Finally. Save button. Oh, that's a step in the right direction. That's a step in the right direction. Feeling better about life now that I've got that sorted. Okay, now that I'll be able to actually apply across all of the different pieces. With Inkscape, chat, indeed. With Inkscape. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's just make Chudu trip a little bit. Hold up. Because those were also done. And vectorized in Inkscape too. Just so that Chudu can trip a little bit. Well, now she's just showing off. For legal reasons, it's working. I'm very impressed. Yay! Yeah. I'm looking forward to actually, you know, being able to apply these to the model eventually. It's going to be fun to see how it's actually going to look when applied to a UV texture. I'm looking forward to that. But now, register this material to Mystehaven. Actually, before that, let me just make it the right color, because it's always going to be in this it's always going to be in this color. Okay, there we go. And methinks that is where we're going to call it on the Kerith reference sheet updates for this day. I'm probably going to keep on working on other stuff in a little bit as well, but I do need to step away from the computer for a little bit. In such a way that I won't be able to necessarily continue streaming because it's going to be a BRB for like an hour-ish. So, yes, that I think was some sort of movement beyond the borders of the abode. But yeah, I'm happy we got stuff done. Kerith's complicated hair is done. We've got her back view on her civilian sorted, and we've got the front view on the Mist Guard uniform sorted. So I am happy. I think next time we work with Kerith, it will probably be in 3D, which is kind of cool. I'm very much looking forward to that. So yeah, I'm still experimenting with stylizing, like I said earlier. I'm not sure. Maybe. I know that I've got ebony and low poly at the moment, but maybe I should try him pull him into the sculpting mode for the sake of doing the style experiments, because I can always do a mesh transfer down from high poly to low poly. That is a thing that happens in game dev, to have a high poly mesh that gets mapped to a lower poly one. So I don't mind necessarily doing that. Looks nice, yay! I'm glad. I need to just learn how to actually do the thing, but I know it's possible. So, yeah. I need to see. I'm torn between the stylizing of going more normal anime gacha-ish style, or whether I want to go PS2 medium poly style, or whether I want to go somewhere between manhwa and To Be Hero X style, because that was also really nice as well, and it's living rent-free in my brain. So I'm still deciding exactly what I want to do there, because I like how the stylized sculpt looks, and I can probably do something subtler with the hand-painted textures than what happened in To Be Hero X. Don't look at me, I've been playing a ton of PS2 games lately. I know, it's fun doing the retro stuff. I'm just slightly scared that my designs don't necessarily lend themselves to the medium poly. I think that's the thing that's worrying me. Like, yeah, you could probably get away with medium poly, but I don't know if it's going to necessarily serve the project all the way. And let's just put it this way. I want the project to serve. So, I want the art style to serve the project accordingly, so. Hence why I'm doing experiments. Hence why I'm doing a lot of experiments at the moment. But yeah. Let me just do the thing real quick. Let's head to the chat. There we go. I want to serve. Yeah, I do. I do indeed. I want the project to, you know, make people enjoy it. And that means making people enjoy looking at it too. But yeah, there we go. There we go. So yes, that has been the first of our gorilla streams for the next week. I do not know when the next one is gonna be. But yes, I will probably be running a couple more experiments here and there. I need to continue working on commissions. Once again, big thanks to Tawny for sponsoring the hours that we have spent, the last 3 hours. There's still one left to the sponsored batch. I will work on that after supper. And then I'm still deciding exactly what I want to do. I'm still deciding. Hence all of the sculpting experiments as well. I want to see what's going to do the best job. In a way that won't look uncanny. So yeah, that's going to be the thing. Like, I'm scared if I try the more anime manhwa type styling with this, that in an attempt to simplify things, I'm actually going to overcomplicate things. So yeah, I think the things that I need to figure out as a matter of urgency in terms of the next things to learn is definitely going to be the convex sclera methodology for modeling the eyes, because putting an actual eyeball in there is not working. And then the fake sclera over the top for when you see the eye from the side. How to handle that, I still got to figure out. And learn how other people do it. And yeah, then just figure out exactly how to get clothing to mold to a body mesh without it looking wobbly and ill-fitting, and like the fabric is made out of lumpy cheese. So is this similar to me doing 6 hours of paperwork for 30 minutes of work? But actually I could have finished it in just 1 hour of work without the paperwork without the pre-work kind of simplified complication. Kinda. Yeah. It's just the step of figuring out which process is going to be the one that's going to give us the best result. Lumpy cheese sounds good for some reason. It sounds good for eating. It does not sound good for wearing. Might just be hungry. Yeah. Nah. I think yeah, I'm gonna need to do some more experiments. I am not sure. I might jump into the members VC after food for a little bit to do some more experimental sculpting and see what I can figure out in terms of going from sculpt to UV paint and blah. We'll see. How tonight is going to go is a little bit wild. And then tomorrow I've got to go full force on commissions again, because that can't stand still. And the big projects are big projecting, and I need to get them delivered and done as soon as possible. So yeah. Anything else that I can say at this point? I think not. I have, I think, exhausted my immediate list of discussable points at this point. Haha. Funny how that works out. And yeah, I'll keep you guys posted how the rest of the week is going to pan out. Probably any other gorilla streams this week are going to be commission work, more likely than not. Yeah, I'll keep you guys posted as each day comes. No war points for this point. Case in point. But yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. But yeah, probably if that's gonna happen, I might try to. No, I'm not gonna might try. I'm gonna try and be able to start like an hour or so earlier than what I did today. Today I just kind of did not have my ducks in a row ready for this day yet. But yeah, I've got more inking to do on some things. I've got coloring to do on some things. I've got to finish drawing picture frames so that I can finish the house model for the animatic for Stephen Afro, and then I can go full force on that. So much to do. But okay, plans. We've got plans. Yeah, so I think tomorrow's stream I'm gonna start with doing just illustrating what's going in the picture frames for that one wall in the house for the Stephen Afro thing, because that is now needing to be done so that I can actually start exporting background shots, so that I can make sure that characters are drawn to where the backgrounds are, not try and get the camera angles to fit the characters afterwards. I think that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. Okay, we've got a plan. I will be able to then set up waiting room accordingly as soon as I know that I haven't got other things that I need to do. So, yes, I shall see you guys sometime elsewhere, and until next time, thank you guys, and cheery bye.